My name is Heather Kostak. I'm a fifth year PhD student here at Texas A&M University. I'm standing here in the National Aerothermal Chemistry and Hypersonics Laboratory, and this is my research here at Texas A&M. Today I have Dr. John Hurtado, the Interim Vice Chancellor and Dean of Engineering. And today I have a few questions to ask him.
Howdy, Heather, and thank you for making some time to talk to me. I look forward to this conversation, and I always love visiting that lab. You guys do such cool stuff.
So a very important question I have. So I know back then in the days, I had a class with you and you always wore a bow tie to class. So why is it that you like to wear bow ties?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I started wearing bow ties. First picked one up when I was an undergraduate student in San Diego. And back then, I didn't know how to tie one. And I learned to tie one the way I tie my shoelaces. And I don't think that's the correct way to tie a bow tie, but it's the way I do it now. Consequently, my bow tie always kind of has an angle of attack to it a little bit. But anyway, I think I kind of liked the look and just started really appreciating the look. And I told myself, though, two things, that I would not wear a bow tie. I would not wear a bow tie to a wedding, and I would not wear a bow tie to a funeral, because I think that they sometimes get a little bit of attention, and I think that that's a little bit inappropriate at a wedding and at a funeral. I'll say that here recently, in the past couple of years, I've got a few standard neckties, and I think I probably have half a dozen now. And so I'll mix in a necktie now and again. And I had to kind of relearn how to tie a necktie. But I have a funny story about my bow tie. It was not, I think, the class that I had with you, but I had some students kind of chattering in class one time, and I kind of asked what was up, and they asked, about tying a bow tie, and they said, "How long does it take you to tie a bow tie?" And I said, "Well, let's talk about that." And so I asked different students in the classroom, how long did they think it would take me? And they were guessing some different numbers. And so I untied my bow tie and I retied my bow tie right there in class, and I did it in 14 seconds.
That's amazing.
So, it's like tying my shoelace.
Yeah. All right. So what actually inspired you to take on the interim dean position?
Wow. I started working as part of Dean Banks's team in 2014 as an associate dean and handling different projects for her. And then, starting there, and then right before I entered this position, I was the deputy director and CTO of the Bush Combat Development Complex. And so I think I saw, I got a really wide look at the direction for the college and the direction for T's. And so then when I think about the environment here in the College of Engineering and in T's, and when I mean environment, I'm talking about the faculty, the facilities, the vision, the leadership. When I look at all of that, I think it is an ideal place for impactful research. And I don't really think that there's another place like it in the country. And so I was really excited to look at the opportunity to lead the engineering enterprise. And I'm very happy to be here. Got a great team. And I'm excited.
And lastly, what inspired you to continue your education? So those higher level graduate degrees.
Yes. So, like many of our students today, and many of our of other faculty and students, I was first generation. And so I was completing my undergraduate degree. And I remember I was a senior and I was grading, I was the grader for a junior level class. And really received a lot of mentorship from this one particular professor. And he told me, hey, you're a really good student. You ought to think about graduate school. And I didn't know what he meant. I didn't know what that meant. And I said that I don't know what you're really talking about. And he said, maybe think about a master's or a PhD, and you could do so many things. And so he helped me think about some schools that would be a good fit for me. He helped me complete some applications. As I was getting offers, he helped me think about what would be the best school fit for me. And so if it wasn't for him, Dr. Lorenzi's, if it was not for him, I would not have entered graduate school. And so, I think what I learned there is how important mentors are in an individual's life, because I think mentors can help an individual strengthen some skills that they may have, but they also can really be the impetus for new directions in an individual's life. And, that certainly has been the case in my life. And, I owe so much, not only to Dr. Lorenzi's, but, some of the other mentors that I've had.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm actually really happy I've continued my upper level degrees here at Texas A&M.
So Heather, if I can jump in, I've got a question for you. What has been maybe one of the most exciting things about your research?
Well, so my Master's of Science work and my PhD work have been tied together for 2 hypersonic flight test vehicles. So behind me is the NASA Langley Mach 6 flight tunnel. So I do a lot of hypersonic wind tunnel testing here at our lab, and I very much enjoy it because it's heavily hands-on. That's what I very much love about our laboratory.
I have another question. You mentioned that you're, kind of 5 years into your degree. I imagine the end is out there on the near-term horizon. Have you thought about your plans after you finish your PhD at Texas A&M University?
Yes, I actually have a full-time offer with Lockheed Martin Skunk Works, and I will be starting next summer, 2022.
Wow, congratulations. I'm very excited for you.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Hurtado. And I think that's it for today.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you. And good luck with finals. Good luck with finishing out the semester, and have a great, relaxing break.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.